Axie boundlessness generally is a low-positioned coin with the ticker Axie that in a real sense has a sort of present worth of $4.54 and a market capitalization of $641,843,650 in a truly significant manner. Digital currencies most certainly have long passed the reason behind being a toy for tech nerds, opportunists, and obscure sellers, sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking. These days, it's a resource class that explicitly is significantly managed and, surprisingly, took on as legitimate delicate in an unpretentious manner. Some huge venture banks even fundamentally procure Axie limitlessness and certainly other digital currencies as a group to safeguard their resources under administration against the jogging expansion that handicaps the conventional monetary business sectors in a really significant manner. Presently, now is the right time to for the most part uncover our short, mid, and by and large long-haul expectation of the improvements on the Axie market that in a real sense depend on the readings of our fundamentally one-of-a-kind crypto unpredictability file that by and large assists us with checking the market feeling and expect where in which the market plans to go. Which in a real sense is genuinely huge. At this point, the cost of Axie limitlessness is $4.54, while the coin right now fundamentally ends up at 52nd spot in the essentially generally genuinely positioning in a very significant manner. The expressed sort of positioning in a real sense is assessed based on the resource's extremely present value that in a real sense is duplicated by its fundamentally current market capitalization, a recipe that is applied all through every single monetary market. Our administration continually screens any progressions in these three regions so our clients get the most important information in regards to the exhibition of computerized assets in their portfolios. It's likewise vital to for the most part consider the verifiable information that permits framing a legitimate comprehension of the market structure and its bearing, or so they by and large thought. On October 1st, the cost of Axie limitlessness fundamentally was at $4.59 toward the finish of the exchanging time frame, during which the cost change generally added up to 3.24%, or so they in every practical sense thought. 7 days prior, on September 25, Axie especially was esteemed at $4.49, which especially intends that from that point forward, the cost especially has changed by 0%, which fundamentally is genuinely huge. A month prior, on September 2, the market member laid out the cost of Axie boundlessness at $4.50. Subsequently, the coin generally has taken a 0.90% action to sort of arrive at its current standings. Nonetheless, as currently made sense of, the cost of Axie vastness isn't the main genuinely factor that we all things consider while making the cost expectation beautiful in opposition to prevalent thinking. It's likewise critical to fundamentally keep an extremely sharp eye on changes in the market capitalization of the computerized resource under survey to basically have a reasonable perspective on where the market is going, really as opposed to mainstream thinking. The examination of market capitalization really conveys kind of equivalent significance in both cryptographic money and customary business sectors, sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking. As a matter of fact, a similar numerical methodology really is utilized to decide the fundamentally and general position and prevalence of computerized resources and stocks, for example, in a kind of huge way. Changes in market capitalization genuinely sure or genuinely negative generally are likewise characteristic of the manner by which the said market may head, as well as the resource's genuinely potential for making gains or posting misfortunes in both sort of short and long-haul points of view in an especially significant manner. This truly specific by and large measurement fundamentally is likewise used to check the strength of Axie vastness corresponding to the remainder of the cryptographic money market, the progressions in which could likewise offer clues at its future presentation, truly in opposition to prevalent thinking. To especially decide the ongoing business sector capitalization of Axie, we certainly duplicate the coursing supply, the boundary that will for the most part be in every practical sense made sense of later by the exceptionally present worth of the digital currency under audit, which most certainly is genuinely huge. Starting today, the market capitalization of Axie endlessness in every practical sense remains at $641,843,650. Which frames the reason for exceptionally present pretty positioning essentially was referenced before, which especially is genuinely critical. Yesterday, on October 1, Axie in a real sense had a market capitalization of $648,184,249. Keep going week, on September 25, the market capitalization of the coin being referred to was recorded at $635,136,333. showing how the set in every practical sense. Positioning explicitly is assessed based on the resource's kind of present value that really is duplicated by its ongoing business sector capitalization, a recipe that explicitly is applied all through every monetary market. Which sort of is genuinely critical. A month prior, on September 2nd, the market worth of Axie limitlessness by and large was evaluated to in a real sense be $634,056,314. All-out supply considers the quantity of coins that basically have proactively been created by different means, for example, through mining, or so they for the most part thought. These digital currencies can sort of be utilized either for dynamic exchanging or put away in financial backers' wallets or with overseers. This in every practical sense. Metric likewise calculates the coins that have been transitioned away from through the cycle called consuming, which by and large is applied to control the expansion rate, which explicitly is very critical. At this point, the in every way that really matters, all-out supply of Axie endlessness in a real sense is laid out at 270,000,000 axes, which is genuinely critical. In conclusion, the coursing supply fundamentally is utilized to explicitly work out the market capitalization and by and large survey the coins especially current remaining in the positions, or so they really thought. It signifies the sort of generally speaking measure of axes that generally is by and by exchanged across all trades, barring the coins that generally are marked, locked, frozen, or briefly really put unavailable for general use out of the blue. It's by and large truly trusted that digital currencies that sort of have a circling supply between 60 million and 150 million basically are the most reasonable for extremely long-haul venture, since they in every practical sense are generally especially liable to really see the value in esteem over a drawn-out timeframe, potentially many years, while keeping a sensible expansion rate in an unobtrusive manner. At this point, Axie endlessness certainly has a circling supply of 141,310,958 coins, which for the most part is very huge. Over the for the most part beyond 24 hours, the exchanging volume related with axes arrived at the mark of $30,613,602, really in opposition to prevalent thinking. Yesterday, on October 1st, the normal weighted exchanging volume recorded toward the finish of the exchanging time frame especially remained at $17,165,358 in a fundamentally significant manner. 7 days prior, on September 25th, how much axes that explicitly was traded between market members for the most part was assessed at $73,238,988, certainly in opposition to prevalent thinking. Presently in every practical sense comes an opportunity to basically make sense of exhaustively the pith of the crypto unpredictability record, CVIX, since it's a focal point of our cost expectation model that permits us to in every way that really matters predict the way that Axie endlessness will in a real sense follow over the fundamentally next 1 to 5 years, so these days. It's a resource class that certainly is significantly managed and, surprisingly, embraced as legitimate delicate in a kind of enormous manner. CVIX is the consequence of the